Guys, it's Fonzie from DipYourCar.com, and this here is Sneaky Pete, also from DipYourCar.com. He's one of 3 veiled chameleons that calls the Dip Your Car corporate office here home. And he's actually very relevant for this video because we are launching the 2 new Plasti Dip Aerosol Chameleon cans. Now, these are chameleon colors right out of the can. They're a metallizer type product. We've got the silver and turquoise and the blue-green chameleon. So what we're going to test today is the coverage of these products, whether the color of the base coat makes a big impact on the way these products turn out, and obviously what they look like as an end result. So Peter and I are going to get to work. Sit back, enjoy the video. Now, for a little bit of a real-world application on what these colors will look like on a set of wheels, we've got 2 identical wheels here, both with 4 coats of matte black Plasti Dip. And what we're going to do is we're going to go coat for coat, turquoise and silver, and green and blue back to back. We're going to see how many coats it takes to get full, complete coverage on the wheel, as well as put them side by side so we can get an example of what they're going to look like, how the color shifting takes place, and the differences between the 2. Now, as far as these products looking different over different color base coats, we've got a nice little test set up here. We've got some speed shapes here. These are very cheap, very easy to use. They're at DipYourCar.com and they're perfect for samples or testing. We've got a couple electric lime green, we've got a couple matte black, and a couple matte white. So we're going to do about 2 or 3 coats of the turquoise silver and the green and blue chameleon spray cans over both, and at the end we'll be able to take a very close inspection and see if in fact the base color makes any difference at all on the end result of the chameleon spray cans. Now, as far as the wheels are concerned, we got full and complete coverage after just 2 wet coats on these wheels. And again, they were both starting with a matte black base. It's pretty clear that the chameleon color works really, really well over a deep, dark, or a matte black base to start with. Now, we got full coverage after 2 coats, but we want the color transfer to be as strong and as solid as possible. So I think if you're going to use this for a street application, actually put them on your car, I think 3 coats would be the minimum for what you want to apply. Alright, let's see how we did with our speed shape samples here. Now, as you can already tell from a distance, and I'll bring them up closer, but there's a very big difference between what the chameleon did over the matte black versus what it did and how it affected the white and the electric lime. Now, using the matte black as a control, we were able to get full and complete chameleon coverage over the matte black samples in just 2 wet coats. So let's take a look at one of the electric lime samples first. Now, it did alter the color a little bit. It's still essentially electric lime. It's very glossy because it is a glossifier based product, and it does have a little bit of color enhancement to it. It looks much different than essentially a matte electric lime speed shape would look. But let's see what it did, same product, to a matte black speed shape. We definitely have color transfers here. There's actually a little bit more going on than simply silver and turquoise. I see a little bit of purples in there, and we'll get some better shots of these so you guys can see them a little bit more. But the products really, really did affect the matte black way more than the others. So here's the green and blue. Now let's take a look at the white. Let's see what it did to the white. Again, same as electric lime. It's glossier. It's definitely got a little bit of a color enhancement to it, almost like a ghost pearl would look, but it didn't have nearly the effect that it did over the matte black. Guys, you now have 2 awesome chameleon colors in aerosol cans for wheels, small projects, testing, whatever you want to use them for. You know, when a chameleon product comes around, I really think about 2 things. One is, what's the coverage going to be like on that? How many coats are you really going to need? And 2, is the color transfer going to be noticeable? Is it really going to be there? And personally, I think that Plasti Dip really knocked this one out of the park. The coverage is absolutely outstanding. You get full coverage and color transfer after just 2 wet coats. Bringing it up to 3 to maybe even 4 is going to be ideal for a real-world application. and the color transfer is absolutely there. I mean, you guys are going to take a look at it. There's actually even more going on than just simply turquoise and silver and blue and green. Depending on what the light source is, depending on the angle you're looking at, you guys can tell there's a lot going on with these products. Now, these are available and live right now at DipYourCar.com. They're not very expensive. You're only going to need 2, maybe 3 cans per set of wheels, as long as you have a solid matte black base down. So now we're going to let the camera pass over back and forth a bunch of times so you can get a really good look at what these products look like. It's Fonzie. I'll see you in the next video.